writers. Let's talk a little bit today about when do writers start a new paragraph? It's a question that a lot of people ask, and the answer is both simple and complex rolled into one. The answer to when do writers start a new paragraph is whenever there's a change. I like to think of paragraphs as kind of like rooms to a story. And just like there's rooms in a house that are for different reasons, like in the kitchen we make dinner and then we go to the dining room to eat dinner, there's a change. The same is true in our stories. Let me teach you 3 things to look for to notice if there's a change, and that's when you would start a new paragraph. Whenever there's a new scene in your story, there's a new paragraph. So after your beginning, you'd start a new paragraph. And before your ending, you'd start a new paragraph. Here's a plan from 4th grader Lucas about when he became friends with William and Grady. As you can see, he's thought through the different parts or the different scenes of his story. After each scene, there would become a new paragraph. Another time writers start new paragraphs is when there's a new speaker. Pay attention to your conversations because when there's a new speaker, there's a new paragraph. Right now, my family and I are reading Circus Mirandus by Cassie Beasley. Let's take a look at what she does to see how to make new paragraphs. As you can see, here, when she changes speakers, she starts a new paragraph. Here, Aunt Gertrudis is speaking. New paragraph, and Micah speaks. New paragraph, because Aunt Gertrudis speaks. And another new paragraph, because Micah speaks. In your writing, each time there's a new speaker, there's a new paragraph. Another time that writers start a new paragraph is when they want to show a change in time. So if you go to bed and you wake up the next morning, there'd be a new paragraph. Or if it's after breakfast and then it goes to the next afternoon, there'd be a change in paragraph. Paragraphs help us see a shift in time. Okay, writers, something that I think is really important to understand is that writers use paragraphs in all parts of the writing process. This isn't something that we save for editing. Now, if you're getting ready to publish and you realize that your writing doesn't have any paragraphs, then by all means, you're going to add paragraphs during the editing stage. But don't feel like you have to wait to start using paragraphs until you're editing. I use paragraphs in all parts of the writing process. When I'm collecting in my notebook, I'm writing in paragraphs. And when I write my best first draft, I use paragraphs. Sometimes I revise using paragraphs to make my writing sound the way that I want it to sound. So remember, you can use paragraphs as a writer all the time. And the reason why writers use paragraphs is to show a change in the writing. Happy writing, everyone!